everyone, I am Xuan Peng from Southwestern University of Finance and Economics. Since this video, we will learn financial statement analysis. We will discuss how to transfer the financial data into useful information. This information can help users, either internal users like managers and board members, or external users like shareholders, lenders, suppliers, and customers, to evaluate a firm's performance, analyze the firm's financial condition and risks, and forecast its future performance. In this section, I will introduce two commonly used tools for financial analysis. The first tool is ratio analysis. It assesses the relation between various line items in financial statements and measures relative performance. The ratio analysis used accrual accounting information. The second tool, cash flow analysis, relies on cash flows. Analysts can get further insights into the firm's operating, investing, and financing policies by examining a firm's cash inflows and outflows. I will introduce the cash flow analysis later. The ratio analysis seeks to evaluate the firm's effectiveness in operating management, investment management, financing strategy, and dividend policy. For example, the debt-to-equity ratio indicates the firm's use of debt financing relative to equity financing. However, we can get only little information by just looking at one company's debt-to-equity ratio. Suppose company ABC has a debt-to-equity ratio of 3. Can you determine whether this ratio is too high, too low, or normal? We cannot, because we do not know what the normal level should be. Therefore, in ratio analysis, analysts will find a benchmark to compare the ratio with. And it is the comparison that can help analysts get a conclusion. Let's say the industry average of debt to equity is from 0.5 to 1. Then it seems like ABC's ratio is too high. We can say, relative to ABC's industry peers, ABC uses a much higher financial leverage. We call this comparison way as cross-sectional analysis. This way compares ratios for a company with other companies' ratios, such as the ratios of similar competitor firms or the mean of the industry peers. Another comparison way is time series analysis. This way compares a firm's ratio over time. For example, we can compare a company's current year EPS with this same company's past year EPS. Besides, if we take a relatively long time period, we can also do a trend analysis. This trend analysis reveals patterns in data across successive periods. In the trend analysis, the earliest period is the base period, and its value is 100% in trend analysis. And the values of later years will be expressed as a percentage increase or percentage decrease from the base period. For example, this graph shows a trend example. We show this trend analysis over time in chart form. The base year is year 2000. This chart shows that the ROE in years after 2000 as a percentage of the ROE in 2000. We can see from the chart that since year 2000, the company's ROE shows an increase of about 10% per year until 2008. After 2008, the company's ROE becomes stable, moving between 160% and 180%. In addition, we can also compare a company's ratios to some absolute benchmarks. For example, you will learn a ratio called ROE, return on equity. It measures how efficiently a company is using shareholders' money. We can compare a company's ROE with other firms in the industry. This is cross-sectional analysis. Or we can compare the same company's ROE over the years. It is a time series analysis. Furthermore, we can compare this firm's ROE with its cost of equity. That is, we do a return versus cost analysis. If companies in an industry have higher ROE than the cost of equity, then the profit would attract more companies to enter this industry, which will result in stronger competition. And in order to attract more customers, the companies would lower the price, which is likely to push the ROE toward the cost of equity in the near future. In later videos, I will discuss more details of ratio analysis. Thank you.